Hello everyone, welcome to our conversation show. In this listening part, I'm going to ask my partner Jihan simple questions and he's going to answer me with only limited grammar such as simple present tense form and the verb have to be. Hello Jihan, how's it going?
Hello my dear Carla, everything is going perfectly. Today I'm very happy. But it is hard to speak on a limited grammar. I think this is a new challenge for me. Alright, let's get started then. What is your first question?
My first question is also a challenge for you. You'll answer my questions only in simple present tense form using when, after, and before. Is it alright for you?
Okay, I am in.
Alright, my first question is, could you talk to me about your morning routine?
I every day wake up at 7 a.m. But I don't immediately get out of my bed. I stay in bed for about 30 minutes. I firstly take my phone from the table and check some of the messages from Instagram and WhatsApp. On Instagram, I follow many news channels. I like reading news about politics and the economy. Sometimes I read the news from other websites. On my phone, I have a game called Racing Cars. I always play that game before I get up from my bed. It's so exciting and fun. You can even play it online. On the internet, there are many games for everyone. After I finish playing the game, I get out of my bed and go directly to the bathroom. I first wash my face, then I brush my teeth. I have a special activity in the mornings, exercise. I nearly do exercise every day before I go to work. Doing exercise in the mornings is a great way to start the day. Sometimes I like taking a shower in the mornings. My mother says that taking a bath in the mornings is a very healthy habit. It helps us to feel energetic all day long. After taking a bath, I dry and comb my hair. My mother wakes up earlier than me because she sleeps very early. She sets the table for breakfast when I am in the bathroom. I usually do breakfast at 8 o'clock. At breakfast, I like eating bread with honey and cheese. I also eat olive and drink tea. We are a Turkish family. In Turkish families, eating olive is a tradition. My mother even puts some vegetables on the table, such as potato and cucumber. One of my favorite things at breakfast is butter. I can't imagine any breakfast without butter. Butter and cheese in bread with a sugary tea is very tasty. I have a car. It is not an expensive car. It's a German car and yellow. I drive it for going to work. I want to buy a new one, but I don't have enough money for buying a new one. I save some money from my salary to buy the new one. My savings are now totally $9,800. I think I need to save more to reach $15,000. I usually finish breakfast at 8:30. I work in a big market as a manager. The market is near to my house, just around 5 minutes by car. I even sometimes go to work on foot. After breakfast, I generally turn on the TV and watch some morning programs for about 30 minutes. After I finish watching it, I am already ready to go to work. When I drive my car, I see many people on the road waiting for the bus. Sometimes I experience some problems on the road. Some drivers drive very fast. I sometimes argue with them in traffic. It is always around 9:45 when I arrive at work. I always have a cup of coffee before I start working. Coffee is my favorite drink. I can't start the day without drinking it. I think that's already enough talk about my morning routine. When I started to speak about my morning routine, I tried to be very attentive in building sentences in only simple present tense form. My dear Carla, what's your next question?
Wow, Jaehyun, congratulations! You've just completed the mission or the challenge successfully by following limited grammar rules given to you. Well done! My next question is, what do you do exactly at work? Tell me everything about your work routine by using only simple present tense form in your sentences.
My goodness, your questions are getting harder and harder. Alright, let me try to answer. I usually work on the computer and around the customers and workers. I check workers' performance during working hours. At the end of the day, I report it to my boss. Everybody likes my behavior and work performance very much at work. When it is break time, we usually gather in the kitchen and drink tea or coffee. But our break time is just only 10 minutes. We talk many funny things in that 10 minutes. Our lunchtime starts at 1 and finishes at 2 p.m. Our kitchen is quite large. Everyone heats their food in the microwave oven. I generally eat sausage and boiled egg at lunch. My mother puts the food into my bag before I leave the house. But these days, I eat plenty of meat to get more protein. Because I go to the gym after work, so I need more energy and protein to build my muscles. After lunch, everyone, including me, goes back to work. It is difficult to feel awake after your stomach is full. Can you imagine you're fully awake till lunchtime, but after it, you feel tired and sleepy? You just wanted to go back to your house and sleep. But this is impossible. My work finishes at 7 o'clock. Oh Lord.
I wonder, what do you usually talk with your workers at lunch? Because you skipped talking about your kitchen routine at lunchtime. This is your next challenge. Remember to use only simple present tense form and add introductory words such as when, while, before and after.
Okay, I got it. I will try to do my very best not to use other tense forms, but only simple present tense form. But firstly, let me try to find what I can say about my kitchen routine. When everyone finishes eating, I usually ask my workers about their problems at work. I teach them how to be polite to our customers during the working process. Sometimes, some of them ask me questions about the salary rise. Some others talk to me about their activities after work. They are very surprised when I say to them that I don't go anywhere after work. I just go back to my house and spend time with my family, especially with my nephew. I enjoy a lot spending time at home, but some people don't like spending time at home. They think that different places and atmosphere are better, but I don't think so. I don't feel well if I spend much more time outside.
But how about your evening activities? What can you say about it?
I finish work at 7 p.m. I always call my mother and ask her about what to buy from the market. After the market, I go to my favorite greengrocer. I usually buy some vegetables such as onion, potato, parsley, celery, carrot, mushroom, and etc. In that market, every vegetable is so fresh and organic. Lately, I try to maintain my diet. I can be much healthier if I regularly consume organic vegetables. I also buy some seasonal fruits, such as orange, persimmon, pomegranate, and grape. I consume fruits 3 times a week. When I arrive home, it is usually around 8 in the evening. When I enter the living room, I always find everyone waiting for me at the table to eat together. My father is retired. He doesn't have a job. His best fan in the family is me, because he likes playing board games with me, such as domino, backgammon, and chess. He tells me that he enjoys a lot while playing it with me. My evening routine at home is not only about playing board games with my dad, but also I watch all Turkish movies on TV. At 10 p.m., my mother and father are already tired. They go to bed early and sleep. But I hate sleeping early. Before I go to bed, I usually read many articles and news on the internet. I have some favorite channels on YouTube. Most of them are about science, technology, and space.
Jahan, what can you tell me about your weekends? But remember, you will only speak in the present tense form.
At weekends, I usually wake up late in the morning, because on that day I don't go to work. I take a rest at home till afternoon. I usually get out of my bed at noon and go immediately to the bathroom or general cleaning. I usually finish lunch at 1:30. I have a friend. He's my old friend from school years. I often meet him outside. Most of the time, we go to some places together. One of our favorite places is the karaoke club. Especially on Sundays, I go with him to the karaoke club to sing. But I often go there in the evenings. Going there in the morning and afternoon is not fun for us. After lunch, I call my friend to meet outside. When we meet outside, as always, we first go to the seaside and drink our favorite tea with strawberry jam towards the sea. Listening to the sound of waves is so amazing. We both like the sea and the quiet atmosphere around. When there are many people around, we don't enjoy it. We want a place where there is nobody. Later, we head to some other places to play badminton or tennis. Even at some weekends, we build our team consists of 11 men to play soccer against others. This is all totally about my weekend.
Alright, but how about the most significant and special days that you can tell us, such as birthdays and holidays?
At birthdays, I feel quite embarrassed and angry. I just want to look young, handsome, and feel energetic. But every year, on my birthday, I feel like much older compared to last year. I think I need to change my thoughts about it. Okay, what do we do? And what do I do specifically on my birthday? I think most people love birthdays all around the world. But I don't like it. I already mentioned why I don't like it. On my birthday, I usually celebrate it with my family at home. My mother makes my favorite cake on the occasion of my birthday. She puts some colorful candles on it. She even cooks some delicious dishes and garnishes or set the table with them. We don't like decorating our house with sunbells and balloons, but we like seeing different types of food on the table on our birthdays or other special days. When my father sits on his chair, we all start eating. After we finish eating, I wish for something in my mind and blow up the candles. We generally drink only wine on our special days at home. We don't drink other alcoholic beverages. My father raises his wine glass in his hand and says, "Toast." After his toast, we play music on our computer and dance. I think dancing is one of the best parts of my birthday.
Jahan, how about holidays such as New Year, Ramadan, Thanksgiving, or Halloween? What can you tell me about these special celebrations?
Holidays here in my place, such as New Year and Ramadan, are very special for people. Before Ramadan, people make some preparations. They cook some traditional food for the celebration. They share their food with people in need. They invite others into their houses and give food for the sake of God. But in the new year, people, including me, go out often to celebrate the new coming year. Most of us are happy at that moment. Most of the people, including us, spend the new year at home with their families. We celebrate that day, especially in the evening between 7 and 8 o'clock. On that day, our table is set with lots of food, salads, and desserts. We all often watch on TV and sometimes play music on tape and dance. That's how we celebrate it. Sometimes I go to my room to take a nap for 30 minutes. Then I wake up and come back into the living room and join the festivity. It's all about eating and drinking. At 12 o'clock, we often go out and watch the fireworks in the sky glowing and shining. That's how we often end up the new year.
Jahan, could you tell me what you do specifically on your winter vacation? Where do you go often on vacation? Tell me more about it, using only the simple present tense form. Jahan, could you tell me what you do specifically on your winter vacation? Where do you go often on vacation? Tell me more about it, using only the simple present tense form.
My family and I go often to our favorite place called Laza in Kabbalah. Being there is so amazing. We often visit to our favorite restaurant and eat different types of kebab only made in there. It is so delicious. You can even lick your fingers with it. Just kidding. On my winter vacation, my family and I often prefer to go up to places which there is snow. I like hiking and skiing. I often go skiing in winter. It's my hobby. I ski on ice like an eagle sometimes. My mother always wishes me good luck before I go on skiing. She thinks that it is a very dangerous sport. I think I just understand her. She is a mother. After skiing, I often get them to my favorite restaurant. We find any reason to celebrate the day. We taste many types of bread along the way. It's an amazing feeling on the way to tasting hot bread. While heading back to our home, we buy cheese even from the local people. It's a handmade cheese made of goat milk. My wife always gets the hot bread and cheese and puts cheese inside the bread. Wow, it's very tasty and striking feeling that you just feel it in your mouth. It's a sensational and fantastic feeling. Aside from our trip along the regions, we generally prefer to stay at home. Outside, in most cases, the temperature is -1 below zero. That's how we find our house safer than outside. We don't want to get sick in winter. The hospital is quite far from my house. Roads are very slippery. That's why we try to protect ourselves from viruses and catching a cold. At home, I generally make some jokes, and most of them like it. They laugh a lot. I always find my mother in the kitchen. She often cooks our favorite soup called borscht. She adds some chili peppers in it, and that makes it much hotter. Borscht is made of meat juice and cabbage. My father is retired. I always find him on his couch, reading the news. I often challenge him to play backgammon with me before we all sleep. My father is better than math playing. My wife often finds some dramas on TV. She mostly wants to watch them with me.
What can you tell me about your spring vacation? What can you tell us about it?
In the summer months, I generally prefer going to some cold regions in my country. I take 2 months vacation in summer. I am an English teacher. The students also want to take a rest in that season. It is hot everywhere. Most people prefer staying in the house because they just try to protect themselves from sunburn and sunstroke. But I don't like staying all day long in the house and cooling myself. In summer, in the months of July and August, I go fishing with my friends. There is a river which is quite deep, and you can even rent a boat. Fishing is one of my best hobbies in summer. I always sit away from my friends while catching fish, because I can't concentrate on my fishing when there is someone near me. I like thinking unusual things in my mind when I am engaging in something. I generally go fishing at 6 p.m. because the weather is still hot till 6 p.m. But before 6 p.m., I like going swimming. But in my place, I often go to the riverside in my car. Sometimes my younger brother accompanies me. We buy some seasonal vegetables, fruits, and cheese on our way. My brother doesn't like swimming. He likes sitting near a tree and watching nature. I swim a lot in the river. Swimming is a healthy sport and activity. I every time swim around 2 hours. I try to move my muscles back and forth while swimming. This kind of movement stabilizes my blood circulation and makes me healthier. In summer, especially in the month of August, I every day go to the park. In the park, there are some cafes. I meet up there with some of my friends. My hometown is not that big. It's a small region. The park is our meeting or appointment place. Every year, at the end of August, I meet up with my classmates from the school in the park. We talk about almost everything while walking. We talk about life, work, family, and etc. But sadly, we only meet once a year. I like saving money. Every year, I take my savings and use them to take a trip to another country. I have a dream to take a tour around the world. I can't afford yet taking a tour because I have some financial problems. In the meantime, I can only visit neighboring countries. I have a dream to take the train tour. I feel much comfortable on the train because there are beds and a table in it. So you can even sleep during nighttime in that bed. You can see many regions along the way. Just imagine your trip is about 3 days going to another country and you see many different places in your comfortable bed.